Hi everybody, it's Shirley Joy Joffe here, and for me it is morning, and wherever you are in the world, good day, good morning, good evening. And this morning I am coming live to you because tomorrow we'll be starting our 30 days of out of control clearings. I'll be doing this in a Facebook group. So if you are joining me on Instagram, welcome. And we're going to be doing these out of control clearings, these releasing control clearings within a private group in Facebook. I'll be going live every single day for 30 days, and I will be running some clearing statements, some energy clearings, as well as energy transmissions for you that you can join to help you release the level of control that you've been holding on to, whether that is with yourself, with your family, with the world at large, so that you can really look to now outcreate this 2022. Last year, we had begun to look at outcreating. Well, now, what if you could truly outcreate everything around you and define a different life for yourself, or undefine a different life for yourself? So welcome to all of you, whichever platform you're joining me on. I haven't been live on Insta for a long time, so hi. And on Insta, my room might look a little bit different because of where the camera is. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So what am I doing today? Hi there. So today I thought I would just come on really briefly and just talk about definitions, talk about letting it go, and talk about rebellion. Actually popped up for me as an energy that seems to be back again. So in the 30 days, we will be talking about different things. I'll be reading you passages from different books where it fits. And also we will be running those clearings for 30 times. So it will be a fest of energy, a fest of release. And I hope you can join me. It's free to join, and it's on Facebook. The group is called Release and Soar, if you are going to look for it. But I will post the comments later underneath the comments, in the comments of this live. Okay, so let's get to it. Those of you who have been following me or who know me know that I moved recently. If you don't, I had been a resident of the UK since I was 3 years old. And just recently, after years of having that need to emigrate, I finally did it, and I left and I came to Australia. I came to South Australia, actually, because I was truly seeking the space and the peace of a place that has less going on. Because when you're an energy healer and when you open up awareness, you can become aware to so much stuff. And when you're just beginning that journey, that can get overwhelming. So I really wished to be somewhere, firstly, that was very by the ocean, because for me, that's really and truly my happy place. And also somewhere with a lot more space. And what I noticed when I got here was all these definitions of how Australia should be, because I had thought, oh, well, there's so much space and with so much nature, with so much relaxation, they must be truly free. Their spirits must be truly free. Well, when I got here, the level of control that I noticed was huge. And I was aware of this level of control, and I did continue to outcreate it. It really pushed me and assisted me to actually lean deeper and more into this space of being out of control, out of definitions. So what are definitions? Definitions are, as it says on the tin, all the things that you have decided are true about something. So when you define something like, for example, a miracle, what is a miracle to you? Now, for the healing world, that can be anything, actually, because we class miracles as the being of living, really. However, for most people, a miracle is something that just doesn't happen. And if it happens, it's like out of ordinary, and that having a miracle must mean there is something bigger going on. It is like a badge or a what would be the word? A proof that there is a higher power, a proof that there is something more. So what definitions of miracles do you have? Recently, I worked with a friend who had defined that by seeking medical help for an ailment, they were negating miracles. That's not what a miracle is. A miracle would be this, and this. Recently in the family as well, we unfortunately had a death in the family. Someone very close to me has passed away. And as I was speaking to family members, they were saying, well, a miracle would be that this whatever it is, this goes away and they are up and around and they're back on in the world. And it occurred to me that we have defined miracles as what they are. What if the miracle was the living? What if the miracle was all the little things that happen around whatever is happening? So when we discreate and destroy definitions, what we do is we allow the space for other possibilities to come in, and that's really what we're seeking to do. We're not seeking to get rid of stuff. We're not seeking to destroy people's lives. We are seeking to help to make things greater, to have more possibilities. So the other thing which came through to me today, which will be is the phrase "let it go." So of course, many of us will very, very flippantly say, just let it go. And what we mean is just forget about it and accept it. Let it go, accept it. But what if that isn't the meaning of the energy of that phrase? So again, I had some transmissions come through between let it go and another phrase which I will be using more energetically, which is let it be. Let it go is sometimes considered that lay down and take it type energy, that doormat type energy. They did harm or they did whatever it is, and I'm just going to say, yeah, okay, I will let that go. I will accept it. And this is very often what happens when people have been in abusive relationships or abusive situations or traumatic situations, and they are asked to forgive, and what they perceive as forgiveness is a let it go energy. What they did was okay, and I just have to accept it. So what if that was not the case? What if let it go was simply a case of leaving it alone, letting it be? Not necessarily saying it was right or wrong, and being in allowance of whatever is. And that goes the same for emotions. What if, rather than getting over negative emotions or pushing them away, or often when we talk about choice and access, it's a very active thing. What if sometimes the space is acceptable? It is an allowance to perceive sadness or to perceive the anger around us, because when we can perceive it, we can actually transmit to change it. That doesn't mean let it in and moping and being miserable, although that is a choice too, and again, that is not a right or wrong choice. So I would invite you to, whenever feelings are, perceptions of emotions are coming through, to allow yourself to let them be and to look to move out, create them and move past them in the time that you are comfortable with. Hi, Rena. And hi, all of these lovely, lovely ladies who've joined me. Hi, Kat. Hi, Katerina. Hi, Louina. Thank you so much for joining me. So, what would it take for you to let it go or let it be? Whichever definition you choose. And what would it take for you to be out of definition with all of the words and all of the phrases and all of the statements that we say flippantly? So we say in healing circles certain phrases that are aimed at moving energy or releasing energy. Well, what if you could do that without any words? What if you could do that with just a thought? And what if all of that part of things is equal to a miracle? So I'm going to stop there. Thank you for joining me. I'd love to know what you think about the difference between letting it be and letting it go. And I'd love to hear more about what you think about definitions are. I'm going to be placing this live in the Facebook group. And then from tomorrow, for me, it's tomorrow. For Europe and the UK, that will be in a day or so. It's going to start on the 17th. And that will be the 17th, your morning, and my afternoon in Australia here, where, as I said, I will be running 30 days of releasing control clearings, energy transmissions, and they will be very short. We're not going to be going on for very, very, very long. We're going to allow the energy to flow, and we're going to be doing that for 30 days, and we will be running these statements 30 times. So it's going to, when I ran it, I've been running it for the last week or so, actually, just to get some of the energy of what that energy is for it now, because these clearings have been run before. This isn't new. You'll find on Facebook that the clearings may have been run last year. It's something that's really, really useful to do this kind of run in the year, because every year brings in its own energy. And what I like to do is, rather than just be at the mercy of the energy that the year brings in, to actually outcreate the energy of the year. So what more greatness can we be to outcreate the greatness of the year that we be in? And to know that we can access the energy of the years, past, present, future, whenever we choose. What would it take for you to be able to access the future energy, the past energy, or the present energy at will, and with ease and with grace and with flow? So I hope that was fun for you. I'm so, so happy to see so many of you on here at this time. And I will drop the link to the Facebook group under the Facebook Live. So if you're joining me on Instagram, just pop into on my private profile on Facebook, and I will be putting the link to the group, free to join. It doesn't even need approval, so you can just come in, join, and we will be starting tomorrow. I will be reading passages from various books as well, and lovely to just hang out with you guys every day for 30 days. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day for all of my fellow Australians and Australasia area, and a good evening and good day for everywhere else, and all my lovely UK friends who I love and miss you so, so much, and all my European friends, and if anybody's here from America, for all my US friends. Thanks a lot. Bye.